One of the themes that keeps running through the comments on my videos is this idea that there's no difference between liberals and conservatives. And, you know, it's really always surprises me to see the lack of knowledge in politics or philosophy or just basic human instinct or, you know, basic human behavior among people who comment on YouTube videos. I mean, the reason that we are divided is because we believe in different things. And I'll kind of go back to my political value matrix here I made a while back, and I have a video on it, and I'll put a link to it. But, you know, all I did was I put issues here on the side that are pretty standard issues. And of course I made this back before the current gun legislation and some other issues that have popped up recently. And it seems like this idea comes mainly from young people who haven't experienced the differences between liberalism and conservatism. It seems like it's younger people who have mainly been influenced by their education in public school, which is liberal-based, liberal-biased. And I know that for a fact because I've been involved with a lot of people in education over the years. So, and I have raised 3 kids through public schools. So please don't start trying to convince me otherwise about public education. So one of the things I've always tried to do is teach my kids to truly think with an open mind. That's the other thing that runs through the comments on my videos. Well, if you were more open-minded, well, I actually am probably more open-minded than you because I'm looking at both sides of the philosophy, at both sides of the issues. And I'm establishing where they stand, where certain people stand on certain issues. That is an objective way to look at it. It is not closed-minded. It is more open-minded than me telling you that you're wrong. So all I'm doing is establishing what the philosophies are. The other theme that runs through my comments are, you know, classic liberalism was really about freedom and well, blah, blah. Who cares what liberalism was about 100 years ago? I'm concerned about what it has evolved to be. That's what we're up against now. Anyway, I feel like, you know, I don't really respond that much, or I don't let those types of comments upset me. It's just, I feel like sometimes I need to counter them with information that I feel is correct. So, and of course, we all feel like our information is correct, right? That's why we're we're human. And going back to that is the reason we are not all the same is because we are human. We all have personalities. You know, if you're a religious person like me, I believe I have a soul, and that soul is different from any other soul. You know, our human bodies are similar, as you know, physically, but spiritually and mentally, we're all different. I was going to share with you one of the tools I have used with Barrett and Alex, especially. I have taught them to develop a personal value system and use that to filter information that they receive. So one easy way I have used to demonstrate this for Barrett and Alex is to, and let me say this, I'm not trying to tell people how to raise their children. I'm a libertarian. I don't believe in telling people how to do anything unless they request. You know, all I'm doing is sharing this as a tool. So what I have shown them is just to take, you know, develop your personal belief system. You know, think about all the issues and collect them together. So here, as a conservative, you know, we believe in free markets. We're pro-life. We don't believe in, you know, high taxation. We believe in religious freedom. We believe in strong individualism. We obviously believe in the Second Amendment. We're for being physically balanced budgets as far as our federal government and state governments. Nation building, this is more of an inter-belief system. In other words, nation building and wars are related to the struggle with the inside conservatism. You know, this is where you get into your neocon stuff and that kind of thing. So that's not really related to the differences between liberals and conservatives. So that's sort of an internal struggle we have in the conservative party or the conservative philosophy. So again, limited government, free markets, capitalism, states' rights. So you just basically develop your own matrix of your personal belief system. Okay, so then I'll show you what I do next with that. Excuse my messy desk. I'm getting ready to do invoicing. I have all these receipts and junk piled up. But so let's just say this is your personal belief system, your values, your ethics, your morals. That's your filter. Okay? And whenever you take information in, let me grab my information. Okay, so let's just say that this water is information, whether it be good or bad. So we're going to take in information and we're putting it through our filter. Okay, so what's left here should be clean to drink, right? Sometimes it is. It depends on who you're talking to or where the information is coming from. If you're talking to a like-minded person, well, honestly, this water should be good to drink in any case, but to demonstrate the filter, I'll show you what might happen if you're talking to someone who is not of like mind, or if you are being taught something at school that's not necessarily part of your belief system. You know, let's just say you're in a group of people that are like-minded, conservatives or whatever. So the filter is clean, right? And this water would be good to drink. But sometimes this filter works, or it comes in handy, because sometimes when you pour that information in, it traps garbage. Okay? So in this case, let's just pretend that our filter worked. We were talking to some liberal or some big government guy or whatever you want to call him, and wow, our filter worked. It kept our water clean. It's still safe to drink because here's the garbage. So let's open that up and see what that says. So let's see what some of the things that got filtered out here. Let's see, anti-Second Amendment and Constitution as a whole. Yeah, you know, your friendly liberal is basically going to say that the Constitution is an old document. It's outdated. It needs to be changed. And we certainly don't think the Second Amendment has a modern day application. They'll also say that abortion is, they believe in abortion. They believe in taking the life of a baby. They also believe in big government, which goes along with tax and spend. Let's see what else is on here. And yeah, instead of states' rights, the states having the power, the United States of America, they believe that the federal government should have the power to rule over the people. Let's see, taxation, where we believed in limited taxation. Here, our filtered out this garbage, which is tax the rich and give to the poor. Now, I believe in a safety net, and this is what I teach my kids, for people who actually need the help, but which is our safety net. But we don't believe in the gross, just taxing the rich as a habit, just because you do not like the rich. That's another thing that is prevalent among You saw this with the Occupy turds movement, hating rich people. So I could spend an hour on each of these, but I'm trying to go through this just as a concept. Again, anti-capitalism. So you see, this is just a good way for me to have demonstrated to Alex and Barrett how to develop your own personal belief system, and use it so that when information comes to you, whether it be at school or in a public setting or some sort of authoritative system, whatever it may be, you can use your personal filter to filter out the garbage. And this keeps us from being sheep, okay? The liberals love to break down. They actually like to get people to think that there is no difference. And this is a liberal concept, a liberal propaganda piece, to get conservatives to think, or actually to get people with weak minds to think that there is no difference. And then they can move in with their own philosophy and their own laws, their own regulation, and manipulate these people. So anyway, I'm teaching my kids to have strong minds, develop their own personal standards, ethics, and values, and use that as a filter to filter out the garbage. Thanks a lot, guys. Now I don't want to waste this water.